And continuing from last week, we'll just start out by saying something really simple: do things together. With Linda and Rondi, that usually meant watching some TV together, or I would read to them. Both of them liked that. Uh, Linda, I think our favorite pastime together in the evening would be to watch some episode of Coach, which we both thought was a hysterical comedy show. You might want to check it out yourself. And the other thing that Rondi and I would do is she particularly liked for me to read, and she particularly liked To Kill a Mockingbird. So I guess in our time together, I have read out loud to Rondi 3 or 4 times To Kill a Mockingbird because that's what she liked, and I liked pleasing her. Among other things we read to each other was the newspaper, biographies of many of the great men and women that have made this country today what it is. So that's what it is right now. And frequency after these long sessions of reading and watching TV and discussing things, your sweetheart may turn to you and say, "Look, let me just give you a gift tonight. You don't worry about me and focus on you, and I'll be happy." And I'm telling you, if you love your wife, treat her well, she will respond. Well, and another thing, let's talk about the permanency of marriage. Those of us who are lucky to have found wonderful spouses that have been married over half a century are very, very pleased with what we found. Yet, when you took your marriage vows, almost no marriage vows that I know of said, "We are only married until things get tough. If things get tough, I ain't sticking around." There are no marriage vows that says that. Here's a really sad case in point. My sweet Rondi was confined to a nursing home for the last 9 years of her life. And I, with the exception of illness or a few other things that came up, I went to see her every day. Every day. Which is what I thought. We were married and I loved her and she loved me. Uh, that's what you do. You just keep supporting one another. The facility employees, when Rodney was in a nursing home, told me many times that usually when a spouse is admitted to a nursing home, the other spouse says goodbye and maybe comes back once or twice a year. That is abominable and unacceptable. You love your wife or you love your husband, you stick by them until there's no one to stick by. You stay on that horse till the end, and you'll feel much better about yourself than if you don't. Okay, so some other things. Now, uh, I am not a person that is. I am not a person that has ever in their life used recreational drugs of any kind. But there are a lot of things that can get in the way of marriage. Alcohol, which is legal, but is every bit as harmful as many of the narcotics that are out there on the street. Uh, there are things like alcoholism, gambling addictions, all kinds of things that can become an undercurrent if you're not committed to the marriage, and it will break up. And you know who the real victims are in a thing like this? That their children at home, because they can determine if things are not going on well between the spouses. The children know. You cannot hide it from them. They just know. And so you to make sure you love one another. Don't ever raise your voice in the house unless there happens to be a fire. If there's a fire, you can make it as loud and long as you want to. Well, I said to y'all at the very beginning of this, I'm sorry this is going to be short. Hopefully, in the next week, I'll feel a whole lot better and we'll be able to record something. That'll be the whole length in time. So YouTube won't get mad at me and banish my channel or something like that. But anyway, I appreciate y'all listening. Please like, enjoy, subscribe, and whatever else y'all want to do. And anyway, may the force be with you. See y'all later. Bye bye. Anyway.